When COVID-19 first disrupted education around the world, all of us had many questions. How do we keep students learning? How do we make sure children get other critical support normally provided through schools, such as healthy food? How do we reopen schools while keeping children safe? Now we've learned a lot. We know more about what works. Here are 4 important actions that governments and schools can take when reopening schools. 1. Social distancing and hygiene. Schools in Senegal, for example, have spaced out classroom chairs to keep distance between students. Governments from Afghanistan to Albania have improved hand-washing facilities and school cleaning and introduced health checks. Many schools have moved sports and other activities outside and are promoting hand-washing to help keep children safe, both at school and at home. 2. Flexible teaching. Countries such as Egypt, Namibia, and Papua New Guinea have created smaller classes and staggered their school hours into shifts. Rwanda is building new classrooms and recruiting more teachers to avoid overcrowding. Italy is recruiting temporary teachers to help with smaller classes. Many countries are using blended learning, meaning children are taught both in the classroom and remotely. Other countries have moved teachers at higher risk into lower risk roles. 3. The phased reopening of schools. Countries such as China, Indonesia, and Uruguay are taking a staggered approach to reopening schools. For example, they may start in lower risk areas or with younger students first. This gives them a chance to test protocols and engage more with parents, teachers, and children. And 4, reaching the most vulnerable children. For example, UNICEF is working with the government of Burkina Faso to raise awareness about the importance of girls' education in a back-to-school campaign. It's so inspiring to see students, parents, teachers, and decision-makers rising to the challenge of the pandemic. We are also inspired by countries like Burundi, Netherlands, and Denmark. They've reopened schools without seeing a significant school-based outbreak of COVID-19 or an increase in community transmission. In Israel, France, and China, localized cluster outbreaks were reported and effectively contained. So UNICEF continues to call on all governments to prioritize schools as countries reopen and to take all possible measures to reopen safely. School closures have devastating consequences for children, with marginalized children paying the heaviest price. Now is the time to urgently support and invest in education for every child.